Good evening, good evening. What's going on, everybody? How you guys doing? Welcome. You're back with another one. I'm Juby the Tubi. You're here with family above everything, and here we go. Hope you guys are doing good and y'all staying safe. Knicks came away with a victory tonight, baby, in the round matchup, in the game matchup that we've been waiting for. I know Trey Young has been waiting for it. He didn't make it the first game, so he wanted to come back here, and he would come into Atlanta, and he definitely wanted to come out tonight and give it to us. And unfortunately for him, not for us, we came away with the victory, 117 to 108, held led by Rj Barrett and Julius Randle, baby. So salute to them, and they played a phenomenal game. Sorry about that. I got a little sidetracked. Trey Young did have his points. He had 29 points. Played very well. But I don't know. This Hawk team looked completely different. They didn't look like the same Hawk team that we played against them in the playoffs. So, I'm just happy we came away with the victory. We're one game above 500 right now. And we are tied with 10th, ninth, if I'm not mistaken, and a half a game out of 8th and 2.5 out of 6, ladies and gentlemen. So before you know it, the Knicks are 7-3 in the last 10 games. In a good position. Made a great trade the other day, which we came on here and spoke about. And now we're just waiting for Zenray from Zenray Sports TV to join us. And he's going to finally have his bald head appear on our show. As you guys know, he was in an accident and he couldn't display himself for a while because he was dealing with some injuries, but he's feeling a little bit better. As you guys can see him there with his little Yankee hat and his glasses. So excited that he's doing well. Excited to finally see him. And like I said, we came away with the victory tonight, 117-108. The Knicks shot pretty good, 50% from the field and 41% from 3-point range. 40 they killed them on the rebounds, 44-31. So great team effort. And I keep talking about Julius Randle and RJ Barrett. But Evan Fournier played a phenomenal game. Alex Burke played a phenomenal game. Everybody contributed. Nerlens Noel looks like he's hurt again. I don't know for how long. And we'll see what happens, guys. But let's bring enough of that. Let's bring Zenray in here for tonight. We'll do this and see what his take is on tonight's game.
Fournier with a +9. Barrett, the high scorer for the Knicks, with 26 with a +8. This starting unit, if they continue playing the way they've been playing the last 3 games on the defensive end, today wasn't their best defensive game. The last game against Dallas was their best defensive game. Welcome, Juby. What a great game this evening. The Knicks beat Atlanta and Trey Young 117-108.
Absolutely, it was a round 2 bout. We knew Trey Young was looking. He had this game penciled in after the way the Garden treated him last time, so he wanted to come out here and kind of give it to us. But although he had a good game, he had 29 points. We came away with the victory led by RJ Barrett, Julius. I'm not even gonna just say RJ and Julius because those were the guys. We expect that from them as of late. But Evan Fournier, Alex Burke, all these guys played a phenomenal game.
Starting rotation.
Yeah. The whole starters played phenomenally. It was a beautiful thing to see. They're hot right now. They're 7-3. Like I just told my chat right now, they are tied with 9th and 8th place right now, and they're 2.5 out of 6th place. So things are looking up. Like I said, they're 7-3 in the last 10 games, and unfortunately, it looks like Nerlens Noel is gonna be out again. It's a tough one, but luckily, and I wish him all the best, and I hate to say luckily, Zach LaVine caught an injury tonight. Although the MRIs came back negative and there's no structural damage, he might be missing a little bit of time. So that benefits us, sadly to say, because I wish him all the best. He's a very talented player, but things are looking good for the Knicks right now, man. We got Cam Reddish, who's gonna be day to day. I don't know when he's gonna make his debut, unless you heard when he's making his debut. Have you?
I think it's a day-to-day thing right now. I think he wants to get that ankle right, fully supported. I think the medical staff wants to get this kid fully ready to go. You don't want to get a person that's here that's supposed to help the team sometime down the line this season because we're going to need him and play him on a bad ankle. So he's going to come back fully healed and ready to go. Get some practice time in. The same thing as Kemba Walker. They're going to bring Kemba Walker 100% back. They're not playing now because they have guys like Grimes coming off the bench. They have Topping. They have Quickly. And then we're waiting for Rose to come back. So that should help our team fully in that bench capacity. But, we're going to wait until this kid comes back. I think the Knicks made a great trade in bringing this ex Duke player that's gonna come up with RJ Barrett. And it was funny today watching the game, watching Knox in that uniform, and all the players kind of hurraying around him. Even Barrett was trying
Yeah.
to pull up his sweatshirt to see his number in the back of his jersey. He had a number 5 underneath. I wish Kevin Knox the best, the classy kid. I just hope he gets into a team that's going to give him a lot of playing time. I don't think the Hawks is the right organization for him, but I hope eventually he'll get into a team where he'll get a lot of playing time. But getting back to the game, this whole team between Randall and Barrett and Fournier, you notice the Knicks were starting to lose control of this game, and as soon as they brought Fournier back in that fourth quarter, the Knicks started scoring again, and the Knicks started taking over. I don't care what anybody says. Fournier, they needed some time to gel with this team, get to know the players. You're seeing Fournier now, who, if you get 15 points plus from him, that's what the kind of player you needed on that bench because RJ is going to get his points. Randall's going to get his. Randall started off that first quarter. I think he only had 2 points in that first quarter. He didn't look that good, but he always gets the assists. He had 9 assists this evening, and he had 6 rebounds. He only had, amazingly, only 1 turnover, which I find it surprising. I thought it was more. But look, if you have 1 turnover and you're shooting 10 from 21 from the field, it's not bad. 2 from 6 from the 3. 2 for 3 from the free throw line. 6 rebounds, 9 assists, and just 1 turnover, and you're plus 24, plus 12, and 24 points. That's a great evening for Julius Randle. And Nick Nation can't give this guy flack. I think this team is starting to gel, and it has to do with Tom Thibodeau having patience with these guys. Last year, now they have actually a better record than they had last year at this juncture. We moved up to 22 and 21, or maybe it's about the same record. But the Knicks look good, Juby. I'm impressed. The last 3 games, the defense intensity is much better, and we have a secret weapon. When Quentin Grimes come in, he gets you anywhere between 8 to 10 points coming off the bench in 15, 16 minutes of play. What a tremendous acquisition. And I was hearing that Leon Rose didn't want to give him up, but the assistant, I forgot the name of the assistant.
Scott Perry?
Huh?
Scott Perry?
Scott Perry. He was throwing him in the tray, and Leon Rose said, whoa, we're not doing it. So Leon Rose went back there and to renegotiate this, and they said, no, we're not giving up Grimes. They held up the trade, and they called back and said, who are you willing to give up then? We said Knox, and they took the trade. So just imagine Leon Rose is playing chess while Scott Perry is playing checkers. Come on. We can't have this, playing checkers. That's why I like Leon here. He plays chess. He takes moves up front. He gave up that pick that we traded up and got Grimes in that pick and traded with Charlotte. Got that pick, was 18th round protected, and now we put it in this trade, which we basically gave anything because we still got Grimes out of the trade.
Yeah.
So this is a great trade by Leon Rose. I value that guy. The Knicks made the right move in acquiring him. If we would have had this guy making that trade, we would have lost Grimes in the trade. So I am so happy that the Knicks have Leon here, and the Knicks now, you see, with Tom Thibodeau's patience and persistence, the Knicks are on their way up.
Yeah, facts. Well, Zenray, let me first start by saying it's good to see your face here on live on camera. I know I speak for everybody here on Family Above Everything. We got tired of seeing that still image of your bald head. Although there's nothing wrong with your bald head, it's just good to see you there represent. There it is, right there, ladies and gentlemen, live in 3D. So it's a good thing. I'm glad you're feeling better, that you were able to come on here and talk with us a little bit. So I appreciate you. But yeah, man, most definitely, man. Quentin Grimes was definitely a steal of the draft. You've been advertising. You should have been his advocate all season, for this kid because you were just waiting for him to get the quality, time, the minutes, and luckily he started getting them, and he's showing for it. The only one I really feel bad for right now is Obi and McBride, man. Like Obi looks like there's nobody driving that car. Like he's just one motion and I don't know, man. I was a big advocate for Obi, and I love Obi because I know what his potential can be. But I think he's taking a step back right now. I don't know if he's doing it for the better of the team, or I don't know if Tom Thibodeau maybe spoke to him and said, "Listen, ease off the gas, pump a little bit of the brakes. It'll come. Your time will come. Let's just work on other aspects of your game." I honestly don't know because tonight in 11 minutes, in 11 minutes, no points. One assist, no rebounds. I mean, that's the kind of stuff that you don't get no playing time next game. If I'm the coach and you show up like that and you're showing me anything, I'd rather give those 11 minutes and give them to Quentin Grimes or give them to Deuce. But we don't need Deuce. It's crazy.
I agree with you 100%. But you remember that first quarter when Randall had the sneaker issue and they put Obi in there? Obi defense is horrible. Even in that fourth quarter when Akuwando, whatever his name is, the power forward that had a few block shots on Barrett and one on Julius Randle. He was a play that they did a pick and roll. Obi leaves him through the middle, grabs the ball and slams it up the middle. After that, Thibodeau called a timeout. He was so upset, took him out of the game. This is the Achilles heel of Obi Toppin. And that's why I think I can see the writing on the wall for Obi. He has no defense intensity.
None.
His shot is not there. And the only thing he reminds me of Kenny Walker.
Yeah, Kenny Skywalker.
He can dunk and do all this. And I wouldn't be surprised in the All-Star Challenge that he's in a slam dunk contest. I wouldn't doubt because he has that talent. As far as I see, that's the talent he has. And I don't think he's going to be a part of this team anytime soon. He's a great trade chip. I mean, I wish the best for him. And maybe he has an alien injury that we're not aware of. But he doesn't look like the same Obi in the summer league.
I don't think it's an injury because you see when he goes up for that dunk, he feels fine. I think it's more of an ego, self-esteem. I think he's taking a couple of shots. But you know what? He's young. Tom Thibodeau, although he's showing him tough love, he needs to understand that this is a business. Look at Emmanuel Quickly. He didn't show up tonight for the game either. I don't know what's going on with both of them, but Emmanuel Quickly has been playing well, except for tonight. So I'll leave Emmanuel Quickly alone out of this equation. But him and Nerlens Noel, man. I think him and Noel, and I hate to say it because I like the way he's been playing lately. I think Alex Burke are your expendables right now. To get back something that you might need, maybe a point guard. And I'm hearing that they're very, very high. They have already called Dallas inquiring about Brunson, if they're going to offer him an extension, if they're willing to package him before the trading deadline, because they know that he's up for a big contract extension at the end of the summer. So I don't know what's going on with that. I also hear they called Evan Turner and the Detroit Pistons for this guy. So they made their calls already. It's been brought up in discussion. If any offers are made or what their requirements are to get these players, that's another story.
Yeah, I'm hearing Halliburton.
Yeah.
I'm hearing if we get Halliburton here, that's the guy we should have picked before we picked Obi. If we would have known hindsight what Julius Randle would have
He's from Orlando, right? Halliburton?
Halliburton? What?
Yeah, where's he from? Halliburton. Who is that? I'm trying to think who that is.
Indiana Pacers have him. They have him, Halliburton. I think they picked him up. I could be wrong, but listen, Halliburton is the type of point guard that he's a pass first, he organizes, and he has a decent 3-point shot. If you can get him and trade and give Obi back in that trade and reverse the footing there, because that's the guy we should have. In fact, he was very upset that the Knicks didn't pick him. He was expecting to go to the Knicks, but the Knicks didn't know what they had in Julius Randle. If they knew what they had in Julius Randle, Halliburton would have been their pick, and Obi would have been going to Indiana.
Yeah.
So, and also the point guard from the Sacramento Kings,
Darren
the
Fox.
not Sacramento Kings, the guy who the Knicks should have picked a couple of years back. I can't think of his name. But he's available. In a trade talk because I think that they don't. I think he's going to be coming up. He signed a big contract 2 years ago, but I hear they dangling him around. I guess when they want to crunch some contract, I'll come up with the name and team in a couple of minutes. But getting
Yeah.
back to the Knicks defeat Atlanta 117-108. If you look at the box scores, the team stats, the Knicks shot 50% from the field and 41% from the 3-point
Beautiful.
range.
Beautiful.
Atlanta shot 50% from the field as well and 36% from three. The Knicks were 76 from the free throw line. They were 70. The Knicks out rebounded them 44-31.
It's close.
That's what I like about Burks and these guys. I don't see Burks going anywhere. Look right now. Grimes is a favorite of Thibodeau. Very like the way he kind of was a favorite quickly last year right away.
Yeah.
Grimes plays that defense, hard nose. He hustles. Tibbs loves this guy.
Yeah, he
Burks,
does. He does, but he's the biggest. He's the biggest trade tip right now for the right
wow.
price for the point guard. His value is so skyrocketed right now because any team would love to have Alex Burke, who's a playoff contender right now. So I mean, if it's for a point guard, I'll give you an example. If Dallas sits there and says, you know what, they don't know what's gonna happen with Porzingis. So if Dallas sits there and says, we'll give you Brunson, but we want Obi Toppin and we want Alex Burke and something else, I wouldn't be surprised.
No, but I wouldn't do that trade for Brunson.
Yeah,
I would.
Brunson's market is so broad, and I was looking at the point guards that are upcoming this free agency. It's slim pickings. Elfrid Payton is your point guard that's going to be a free agent this season. Frank Nicolina and Austin Rivers. It is slim pickings when it comes to point guards this offseason. So something has to be done. Besides Brunson, he's going to be a free agent. But something has to be done because unless you plan on going again next season with Kemba Walker and Derrick Rose, and we're seeing how that's turning out right now.
That's not gonna happen. Hey, look, right now the Knicks. Right now, I agree with you. They need to fix that point guard situation. But I have a feeling if nothing comes upon us getting anyone, we're gonna stick with this rotation. Have Kemba come in, start him, and not play him a lot of minutes, and then have Rose come back and not play him a lot of minutes, and balance those two. And whatever they can't finish, you'll
Alex
see Brooks
Burke.
in there. You'll see quickly in there. I don't think unless something blows you, Donovan Mitchell. That's the person I'm speaking about right now. The team, I think he's with
Utah Jazz.
Utah Jazz. Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah,
Right. So
yeah.
I think they want to cut ties because he's making a lot of money, and Utah's not going nowhere. So they're looking to see what they can get for him. I don't think they want to trade him. They want to see what kind of values out there. But I'm pretty sure if they get the right price, I think that they'll trade him. Imagine getting Donovan Mitchell in here, a New York kid.
It'll be tough because I know they would right away ask for RJ Barrett, because he's Canadian. And I really, really don't want RJ Barrett included in any
RJ's
package.
not going nowhere. RJ right now,
Yeah,
remember Cam Reddish is here right now. I tell you what the game plan is. I think Leon Rose has a plan, like saying the next year and a half while we have Cam Reddish, we're gonna see what he has, and if he does well, come aboard. And if Zion Williams, they have what is called a year and a half, both of them, tryouts with each of their teams to see what they're gonna do. If Zion gets his act together and starts getting in shape, getting down to the 270 range in terms of weight and starts playing some decent basketball, he's already saying he wants to come to New York. And if Cam Reddish is what I expect Cam Reddish to be, I think they're going to put this trio together. And the Knicks are saving up the assets and players so they'll make a trade. So I'm looking for it. That's not going to happen now. The next year and a half, 2 years, you're going to see that before Cam Reddish's contract has to be renewed. And also Zion Williams' contract has to be renewed as well. The Knicks are willing to look that way, but then you have to trade Randall. So it's a lot of stuff going on there. We'll see what happens. But getting back to the stats here, the Knicks out-rebounded them 44-31. The Knicks had 24 assists, 2 steals. They had 11 turnovers, which is not too bad. They had 46 points in the paint while they had 36. And the Knicks look good stat wise here. I mean, I'm looking at the stats. Their largest lead was 17, and Atlanta's largest lead was 4. And the points in the paint impressed me. I mean, that's RJ Barrett and everybody just going at it. So RJ Barrett had 26 points, 8 from 20 from the field, 8 from 10 from the free throw. Trae Young had leading the Atlanta Hawks with 29 points, 11 20 from 23 from the field, 3 from 4 from the free throw line. So the Knicks win 117-108. And let me just mention, this is the 10th straight game that Atlanta loses at home. Okay?
Crazy.
And the only reason they've been playing so bad, they've been giving up 117 points, the same amount of points that the Knicks have tonight, average in the league. So if you're giving up 117 points, that's why they've been having issues. It's not their offense, because Trae Young has been doing his thing and the players been scoring. It's their defense that's been giving the games away. So that's why you see Atlanta at a 17-25 record, and the Knicks right now are a game above 500 at 22-21. So the next game is on Monday, Martin Luther King.
It's a midday matinee. So
Against
Charlotte.
And then on Tuesday they play Minnesota Timberwolves. I think they play.
I believe
So
so.
the matinee is about 12 noon, 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock. 1 o'clock game.
Okay, we'll be on after that, and we'll go over the game. So right now, the only thing I can say, the Knicks, Barrett and Randall actually powered the Knicks past the Hawks for their third straight win. So I like what I see there. I think the Knicks starting rotation, the last 3 games, they've all been plus, Juby. So I've been very impressed with what Thibodeau, consistent urgency and for them to play defense.
So something clicked. I'm gonna, my final thoughts is something clicked with this team. Whether it was Tom Thibodeau, he had a discussion with them, whether they had a team meeting, or they just needed time to gel. Something clicked because this is a team totally different than what we were used to seeing. I'm very happy with the direction they're going. I feel bad for Atlanta because Atlanta is a shadow of the team they were last year. I don't see them at all. I was watching them tonight, and not the same team at all.
No, I agree. Look, the Knicks right now, the way they're playing, and I just want to mention something. Fournier didn't play a lot of that third quarter. I think it was because of defense.
Yeah.
He wanted his defense guys there, because Fournier and Obi are probably the worst 2 defenders on the team.
And Kemba.
I mean, I think Fournier, yeah, and Kemba when he's on, but Fournier is a much better defender than Obi. Not by much, but he's better. He hustles, he throws his body around, he understands the game. But you notice when the Knicks couldn't score in the fourth quarter, and Atlanta was coming back, almost tying the game at one point, they brought Fournier, and what happened? Fournier came in hitting shots, and it just opened up the offense for everybody. So that's what I'm talking about. Even when Fournier has bad off nights, just its presence will open up other players to be open. So let's not give up on Fournier. Fournier is here to stay. There is another deal to be made, and I think it's going to be probably, I hate to say it, man, Obi Toppin. It could be even Evan Fournier, man, at this juncture, because if you bring Cam Reddish here, he's here to play and to be in that starting rotation eventually. So are you going to pull Fournier off the bench? But right now, the way Fournier is playing, do you trade him? So you have to juggle this now. I'm just glad I'm not in a situation. I'll let Leon Rose, the guy who plays chess, just don't let the other guy who plays checkers make any deals, because we'll be in trouble. Right. With that said, Juby, the Knicks win 117-108, and we play
Monday
matinee. It should be a great game, that as well, against the Charlotte Hornets. And they're playing at the Garden, correct?
Yes, sir.
So I'm looking forward to that, Juby. After that game, we'll be on. We'll do a quick post-game show. I'm going to be changing my scenery in the back. I don't have my green screen on. My shoulder is still... just putting this on to this evening was hurting me, man. But I have to get it back in shape. I'm going to have another surgery coming up. So I'm pulling out some kidney stones on Tuesday morning at 5:30 in the morning. So I don't know if I'll be on Tuesday after game, but we'll find out. And tomorrow is my birthday as well. So I wish myself a happy birthday. And I know
absolutely.
People out there.
You already know a young 25-year-old.
Yeah. Add another 25 to that, brother. Thank you. I appreciate it, Juby. And if you have anything, parting words about the Knicks, grand performance this evening. I like what I see. Barrett and Randall is starting rotation. 3 straight games at the whole Knick rotation have pluses all the way through. And I love it.
Absolutely. Only thing I'm gonna say is right behind me. You see what I put behind me? Bing bong, go New York, go New York, go. That's it for me.
Right. So listen, family above everything. Juby, check him out and his family above everything brand. They'll do whatever you want. Just request it and they'll do it. Any kind of sports category, they'll be there for you. You can check me out at Zenray at Zenray TV at Twitter, and you can check me out at Zen for Life on YouTube. You want some meditative time where you want to meditate, kind of zone out and zen out, and kind of get your mind straight, your mind, body, and soul. Check my channel out, and you can check out Chubi. He does a lot of gaming. He does a lot of things that eventually I'm gonna start doing because this guy's good. And if you don't know something about a certain thing about a certain settings and something like that, he has if you look up his channel, he has things that help you to set up your PlayStation or any kind of station, how to put your controllers to do what to have more success in the game. I learn a lot, and I get tempted to play, but sometimes my page is full with a 21 month old.
I'm gonna get him in here pretty soon. His son is gonna be joining him gaming soon too.
There you go. All right, Jimmy. With that said, let the universe enlighten all of us, and I'm glad it's enlightened Nick Nation and your family to mines. The best is yet to come with love, peace, and gratitude. Zenray out. Juby, nice seeing you.
You too, my brother.
Nice seeing you, not my picture.
That's
it's
right.
all good.
That's right. That's right. Have a great night, brother.
You too. I'll see you on Monday.
Yes, sir.
Zenray out.
Peace.
Thank you, sir.
All right, guys. That was Zenray with Zenray Sports TV. I apologize. I'm a little bit low. That's the little one and my wife is falling asleep. It's late one tonight. But Monday's a matinee, so we'll be a little bit more energized. Hopefully, we'll come out with a victory. As he said, check out the links are in my bio for family above everything. That Valentine's Day is right around the corner. If you're looking for a gift for that special someone or that significant other or just a friend, my wife does everything: candles to shirts to tumblers, anything you could think of that you're looking for, customizable. Definitely check it out. Also, check out my Twitch page where I actually do a lot of my gaming. You see some fun stuff, some laughs, and some competitive content, some settings. But with that said, guys, appreciate you guys stopping in who actually showed up live. And if you happen to catch my video after I'm offline, don't forget to hit that thumbs up for your boy. And as always, family above everything. Have a good night, guys. Peace.
We are the New York Knicks. 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 Say go New York, go New York, go. Go New York, go New York, go. Say go New York, go New York, go. Go New York, go New York, go. We're back on track, here we come. League is 21 and the Knicks are on a run. And I'll tell you with tips, we have bit too much to handle.